My buddy Mary Dembkowski from Oakmont of Santa Clarita and senior living, and she's going to tell us all about. Well, first of all, we know first how are you doing?
I'm great, Tori. Thank you.
I take it for granted. I should welcome you. We're pals now, and I just take it for granted you come in and we start chatting. But we should welcome you formally.
Thank you so much.
To KHTS.
Great to be here.
We're going to talk a lot about the walk is coming up.
Yes.
And all kinds of events that happen at Oakmont in particular. Mm-hmm. So let's first start with the walk. Let's get that, because I know a lot of people want to either walk or donate money or be a part of it somehow. So let's just start from the beginning and let everybody know how we can get involved.
Okay, great. So the annual Walk to End Alzheimer's in Santa Clarita, this is the 4th annual walk, will take place on October 8th at Bridgeport Park. So we're very excited, of course, excited to be a sponsor, excited to have a team and be walking. How many people are on is there just the one team or several? So we have, I believe, close to 35 teams now. I may be wrong. It may be a little bit higher. So basically any individual who wants to walk and support the cause can form a team. There's no registration fee to start a team. And then, hopefully, you and your team can raise funds. I mean, that's the goal. And then walk with us on that day, which is just such a special event. Just seeing all the people touched by this disease and coming together to raise funds for, programs, research.
Unfortunately, there are too many of us coming together to talk about this. It's one of those things where it's becoming too common. This is just I know too many. I mean, it's touched me. I know it's touched you. Mm-hmm. It's touching too many people. We have to somehow. We have to put a stop to it.
Yes.
And this is at least something we can personally get involved with and do.
Yes.
Because certainly you and I can't do the research. We'd be in a room and we'd look at each other. We can't do the research, but we can at least help fund the research. We can help support one another. It's touching too many people. We have to put a stop to it.
Yes. And, it's research.
Mm-hmm.
That's where, the most important part of the funds go, and the more that we can support that research, the closer we're going to become to finding a cure. And it's interesting that you bring that up. Today I was meeting with a family member at Oakmont, and they were just asking, why is it that there's so much Alzheimer's? Is it just that we're more aware of it, or is it just becoming more prevalent? And I think it's a little bit of both. I mean, I think it's definitely awareness is out there. And
I remember when I was a kid, Mary, mm-hmm. we didn't call it necessary Alzheimer's. What we call, they're getting senile. Or they,
mm-hmm.
they're old and they forget that, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
And it kind of swept it under the carpet a little bit, being a little bit on the ignorant side. And it just wasn't that, mm-hmm. we didn't have a name for it, at least when I was a child. And it would be like, they're, senile. Mm-hmm. I think that's where we were. And generations now have passed where we're getting smarter. Yes. We have to get smarter because it's affecting so many people.
And even seeing it in people as young as their 50s and 60s with the early onset. And, I think, years ago, people weren't looking at it as Alzheimer's disease. They were looking at it like, they have some kind of psychiatric disorder, when in fact, that disease can affect people, as young as their 30s, which is rare, but we're seeing more and more cases. I've seen in my own support group of people in their 50s and 60s, being diagnosed with Alzheimer's.
And we just lost Gene Wilder to complications mm-hmm. from this. I mean, we have to do something. So the walk is a start. If someone comes up to you, I guess, tell me how it works. They have a form like any other walk, and you can pledge maybe $1 per mile, or is that exactly how it works?
You can just do usually people will do just an overall dollar amount. You can mm-hmm. pledge no dollar amount is too small. It's just a form. Usually you're sponsoring a walker. Mm-hmm. So if you know of someone that's walking, you can support them. If you don't know of anyone that's walking, you can just donate to the Santa Clarita Walk to End Alzheimer's. It's very easy to find online. You just type in Walk to End Alzheimer's Santa Clarita, the website will come up, and it directs you where to go. We are doing actually an event at Oakmont on Wednesday, September 14th at 6:30 p.m. And basically it's an information meeting where those that are walking are going to gather and kind of get tips on fundraising and so forth. But anyone new that's interested in becoming involved is welcome to come to Oakmont again on Wednesday, September 14th at 6:30 in the evening. It's going to be just a great event, and we're all there for the same reason, to just support the cause.
Absolutely. What and a fun night for everyone supporting this, and it's a great launch into what you guys are going to do. Now, Mary, off air we were talking about, and I'm doing air quotes here, aging in place, and I have no idea what that means. Can you fill me in?
Of course. So, aging in place is a term that you hear a lot, and it's a term used to describe a person living in the residence of their choice. So whether it be at home, whether it be in an assisted living, for as long as they're able as they age. So this includes being able to have any services or other support they might need over time as their needs change, and not only having the things that they need, but the most important thing is having that quality of life. And so they, again, it's aging in place where they have a plan for the future where they know that they're not going to have to move again, that the services, the support, everything that they need can be brought in. Again, whether it's in the home or if they choose to move to an assisted living where, of course, you have so many amenities and social programs and so forth to take advantage of.
Do you at Oakmont, do you have end-of-life care?
We have, what we have at Oakmont is we are allowed to bring in hospice care. So when people are approaching those end stages, we can have that conversation with our families, and if it's something that they choose to bring in, our residents can remain right at Oakmont in their home that they're used to on receiving hospice care.
Got it. So aging in place, it can happen at home. It can happen at Oakmont. If you want information, by the way, let's give out this beautiful website, pictures, and we've talked about this amazing Oakmont of Santa Clarita. If you see these pictures, you will be amazed. It's not what I think of when I'm going to go back to when I was a child and my grandmother was put in assisted living. That's not if you're thinking what I'm thinking, that's not it. This is a gorgeous place and facility. The restaurant, and I call it a restaurant because it looks like a restaurant, but it's where you feed the residents. It looks like a beautiful 4-star restaurant, and you have the best of chefs.
Yes,
we
do.
I've personally tasted, had the pleasure of tasting some baked goods. So I urge you to go to the website. It's oakmontofsantaclarita.com. Mary, can you hang just 1 minute? I'm going to do some traffic, and then we'll wrap up and make sure that we let everybody know those dates once again, any websites and all that kind of good stuff. The Walk to End Alzheimer's is
October 8th at 10 a.m. is the actual start of the walk. Registration starts at about 7:30. And another thing I wanted to just mention, if you are interested in volunteering or helping out with the walk, maybe not necessarily walking or participating, we can always use volunteers to help that day. So
an extra hand.
An extra hand. You can contact myself at Oakmont, sponsorships, if you like to sponsor. There's just so many different ways people can get involved, and we have all that information at Oakmont.
Now, do you want them to also go to the website?
They can go to the website. They can...
And it's oakmontofsantaclarita.com. It's all smushed together. Oakmont, just like it sounds, of santaclarita.com. The mixer.
The mixer is at Oakmont on September 14th at 6:30 p.m. Great way to get information on the walk. If you're interested in getting involved in any way, shape, or form, come see us that evening, and we'll definitely plug you in.
And if they have any information, they can call you at Oakmont, Mary, or also our other buddy, Margie Weiss, right?
Yes, Margie.
Either one of you can answer questions. And if you do have questions, because this, I have to tell you, I went through this, and you have a lot of questions.
Yes.
And then you have more questions. And just when you think your questions have been answered, you have some more. So Mary and Margie are there for you. You can call them, contact them. They have this beautiful website. website, oakmontofsantaclarita.com. Mary, you're always welcome. Tell
Thank
Margie the same
you.
thing.
I will. It's wonderful to be here.
And let's get everybody walking.
All right.